The first humans sent to another star may never arrive. They may spend their entire lives inside the spacecraft. Their children may also spend their entire lives on board. Even their grandchildren may grow up, age, and pass the mission forward without ever seeing the destination. But one generation, born centuries later, could finally look out the window and see another sun. This is the haunting idea behind a generation ship, a spacecraft where humans are born, grow up, raise families, and continue the journey while traveling between stars. Because the brutal truth is simple. The stars are almost impossible to reach in one human lifetime. The closest star system to Earth is Alpha Centauri, and its smallest star, Proxima Centauri, is about 4.24 light-years away. 1 light-year is the distance light travels in 1 year, about 9.46 trillion kilometers, or 5.88 trillion miles. So even our nearest stellar neighbor is more than 40 trillion kilometers, or about 25 trillion miles, from Earth. Even if a future spacecraft traveled at 1% the speed of light, far faster than anything humans have built today, it would still take more than 400 years to reach Proxima Centauri. At slower speeds, the journey could take thousands of years. So instead of sending a crew that survives the entire trip, the idea is to send a civilization. A massive ship where men and women live on board, have children, raise families, teach the next generation, and keep the mission alive. The first crew would leave Earth knowing they may never see another star up close. Their children may never see it either. But centuries later, their descendants might. Imagine being born inside that ship. You would never feel natural sunlight on your skin. You would never stand under an open sky. You would never see oceans, forests, mountains, or rain falling from clouds. To you, Earth would be a story, a blue planet from old videos. Your entire world would be metal corridors, rotating habitats, artificial gravity, hydroponic farms, recycling systems, classrooms, medical bays, and observation windows staring into endless darkness. Outside the ship, there would be no rescue, no emergency landing, and no supply mission coming from Earth. Only interstellar space. The ship would have to work like a closed planet. It would need to recycle almost every drop of water, produce oxygen, remove carbon dioxide, grow food, manage waste, preserve seeds, treat diseases, deliver babies, and educate children for centuries. It would need artificial gravity, possibly by rotating huge sections like a giant wheel, because long-term weightlessness weakens bones and muscles. It would also need powerful radiation shielding, because beyond Earth's magnetic field, cosmic rays and high-energy particles could damage human cells and threaten future generations. But technology may not be the hardest part. The hardest part may be society. How many people should live on board? Too few, and genetic problems could appear. Too many, and the ship could run out of food, water, oxygen, or space. So the ship would need careful population planning. And that raises difficult questions. Who decides how many children can be born? Who makes the laws? Who leads the ship? What happens if one generation no longer believes in the mission? Because the first crew chose to leave Earth, their descendants did not. They would be born into a journey planned by ancestors who lived centuries before them. Would that feel inspiring, or would it feel like a prison? That is why a generation ship is not just a spacecraft. It is a moral experiment. It asks whether humans can build a society that survives for centuries without Earth, physically, emotionally, culturally, and politically. And every machine on board would age. Pipes would corrode. Electronics would fail. Air filters would break. Farms could get contaminated. After 300 years, the people repairing the ship would not be the original builders. They would be descendants trained to maintain a world they never chose, but cannot survive without. Then one day, after centuries of darkness, the destination star grows brighter. Not just a dot anymore, a sun. The ship detects planets, orbits, atmospheres, maybe even a world in the habitable zone. For the first time, the destination is real. And the arrival generation would know they reached it because countless people before them kept the dream alive. So here is the question. Would you live on a generation ship knowing you may never reach the destination, but your descendants might?